Long before food delivery apps brought meals to our doors in minutes, eating out in Britain meant something special. It wasn't an everyday habit. It was an occasion. Dining out was a reason to dress up, leave the house, and spend time together. A birthday celebration, a family outing, a small reward after a long week. These restaurants weren't just places to eat. They were places where memories were made. Today, we're taking a warm and nostalgic journey back to 10 beloved British restaurant chains that once filled our towns, high streets, and roadside stops, but have now disappeared completely. Number 1. Burney Inn. If you grew up in Britain during the 1970s or 1980s, chances are you ate at a Burney Inn at least once. For many families, it was their first proper restaurant experience. White tablecloths, printed menus, a sense that this was something special. The food was classic and dependable. Steak and chips, scampi, gammon with pineapple, chicken in a basket, prawn cocktail to start, and Black Forest Gatto to finish. Burney Inn didn't rely on gimmicks. It offered consistency, comfort, and a feeling of occasion. At its peak, there were more than 140 Burney Inns across the UK. But by the 1990s, tastes were changing. Dining out became more casual, faster, and less formal. Slowly, Burney Inn faded from high streets and ring roads. In 1995, the chain was sold, and many locations were converted into other restaurant brands. Today, Burney Inn lives on only in memory, but for many, it represents the moment dining out first felt special. Number 2. Tabarns. In the mid-2000s, when all-you-can-eat buffets were booming, Tabarns took the idea to the extreme. This wasn't just a buffet. It was an experience. Walking into a Tabarns felt exciting, especially for children. A huge open layout, long counters stretching across the restaurant, roast dinners, burgers, pizza, pasta, and desserts all under one roof. You paid once, grabbed a plate, and went back as many times as you liked. The atmosphere was loud, busy, and full of energy. Birthday parties, family gatherings, weekend treats. For a short time, Tabarns felt like the future of British family dining. But behind the scenes, costs were high. New casual dining chains began pulling customers away. By 2016, every Tabarns restaurant had closed. It was brief, but unforgettable. A bold, noisy chapter in British dining history. Number 3. Fatty Arbuckles. Fatty Arbuckles was impossible to miss. Inspired by American diners and named after the silent film star Roscoe, Fatty Arbuckle, it brought a loud, colorful slice of America to the British high street. Everything was bigger than life. The portions, the burgers, the milkshakes, the atmosphere. This was where many Brits first discovered stacked burgers dripping with cheese and bacon, fries spilling over the plate, and desserts that felt gloriously excessive. Families loved it, kids especially. At its peak in the 1990s, there were over 30 locations across the UK. But as taste shifted and health-conscious dining became more popular, the concept began to feel outdated. By the early 2000s, most branches had closed. Still, for many, Fatty Arbuckles remains a joyful memory of plastic menus, giant meals, and American-style fun on a British night out. Number 4. Happy Eater. Before modern motorway services, Happy Eater was the sign families hoped to see on long journeys. That red and yellow logo meant food, rest, and a break from the road. Happy Eater was built for families. Simple meals, hot tea, children's menus, often a small outdoor play area. The food was classic British comfort. Bacon sandwiches, sausages and mash, jacket potatoes, all-day breakfasts. For children of the 80s and 90s, Happy Eater wasn't just a restaurant, it was part of the adventure. As motorways modernized and fast food chains took over, Happy Eater slowly disappeared. But the memory remains strong, especially for those long drives spent scanning the roadside for that familiar smiling face. Number 5. Ping Pong. Ping Pong helped introduce dim sum to a wider British audience. At a time when this style of dining wasn't common, Ping Pong made it accessible, modern, and social. Low lighting, stylish interiors, small plates designed to share. It wasn't about rushing, it was about conversation, discovery, and trying something new together. For many, Ping Pong was their first experience of dim sum, steamed dumplings, sticky rice, spring rolls, and warming teas. After 2 decades, rising costs and changing habits took their toll. In July 2025, the final locations quietly closed. A modern classic, gone too soon. Number 6. Pizza Land. Before pizza chains filled every high street, there was Pizza Land. For many families in the 70s and 80s, it was their first real pizza restaurant. The menu was simple, familiar toppings, garlic bread, pasta dishes. Pizza Land made dining out feel relaxed and affordable. No pressure, no fuss. At its height, there were around 140 Pizza Land restaurants across the UK. But competition grew fierce, branding evolved, and tastes changed. By the mid-1990s, Pizza Land quietly vanished. Yet for a generation, the name still brings back memories of laminated menus and that first taste of hot, cheesy pizza. Number 7. Garfunkel's. If you spent time in central London, you probably ate at Garfunkel's. It offered something for everyone. Breakfasts, burgers, pasta, roast dinners, a proper sit-down restaurant where you could rest, talk, and take your time. As dining trends shifted towards specialized menus and sharper branding, Garfunkel's began to feel dated. After the pandemic, the remaining locations closed quietly. Another familiar name gone. Number 8. Little Chef. Little Chef was part of the British road trip. Red and white signs, roadside locations, a guaranteed fry-up. You knew exactly what you'd get, and that was the point. At its peak, there were over 400 Little Chef restaurants across the UK. But modern service stations and fast food chains took over. By 2018, Little Chef had disappeared. Still, for many, it wasn't just a stop, it was part of the journey. Number 9. Deep Pan Pizza. Deep Pan Pizza was bold, filling, and unapologetic. Thick crusts, heavy cheese, comfort food at its best. Families loved it. Groups gathered. No pretense, just food that filled you up. As thinner, more authentic styles became popular, Deep Pan Pizza faded away. But for many, it remains the pizza of their youth. Number 10. Fuzzy's Grub. Fuzzy's Grub wasn't big, but it was legendary. Known for massive roast dinners stuffed into takeaway boxes or sandwiches, it was comfort food for busy city workers. Big portions, no frills, pure indulgence. Rising rents and changing tastes eventually closed its doors. But for those who remember it, Fuzzy's Grub was unforgettable. These restaurants weren't just about food. They were about time, togetherness, and moments we still remember.